Hello students, I hope you all are fine. Today we will discuss about cell structure and function. So students, this is very interesting chapter. Do you know why it is interesting? Because in this chapter you have to know about how your body is formed. So on the left side of the screen you all have see a picture. This is the basic structure of cell, and on the right side of the screen the picture of a person. This person is Robert Hooke, the man who first see the cell. So I think you all are ready to start with this interesting chapter. Introduction. As you see a large variety of animals and plants in your surrounding. They all are of various shape and sizes and also looks different to each other. But one thing is common in all of them, they all are made up of small unit of life, that is cell. So we will discuss in this chapter about cell. Now objectives. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to know about the cell and its discovery, define unicellular and multicellular organism, describe the structure of cell, explain the structure of function of plasma membrane, cell wall, nucleus, cytoplasm, vacuole and plastids. These are the objectives, and the difference between plant cell and animal cell. So introduction of the cell. A cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Take a small piece of an onion and peel off the skin with the help of a pair of forceps. As you see in the video, put this layer immediately in a watch glass containing water. Take a glass slide, put a drop of water on it and transfer a small piece of the peel from the watch glass to the slide. Put the drop of iodine solution on the piece followed by the cover slip with the help of mountaining needle. Put this slide under low power followed by high power of a compound microscope. Now the discovery of the cell. Who discovered cell first? So all of you know the cell was first discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. जैसा कि मैंने अपनी वीडियो में स्टार्टिंग में आपको पिक दिखाई थी. He examined a thin slice of cork under a primitive microscope and saw that the cork resembled the structure of honeycomb, consisting of many compartments. So Robert Hooke called these compartments cell. Now the type of organisms. Type of organisms are of two types, unicellular organism and multicellular. In unicellular organism, a single cell may constitute a whole organism, that is amoeba, chlamydomonas, paramecium and bacteria. And in multicellular organisms, many cells group together in a single body and assume different function in it to form various body parts. Example, some fungi, plants and animals. Each living cell has the capacity to perform certain basic functions that are characteristic of all living forms. Example, cell of heart to pump blood. Each cell contains certain specific components within it known as cell organelle. Each kind of cell organelle perform a special function such as making new material in the cell, clearing the waste material from the cell. And these cell organelle are chloroplast and mitochondria. Now we will discuss about the shape and size of the cell. Shape of the cell. Different organisms have different shapes. It is due to the change in the shape of the cell. Amoeba keep on changing its shape due to the presence of pseudopodia. Generally, cells are round, spherical, elongated, and some are long and pointed at both ends. Now, size of the cell. The size of the cell in living organism may be as small as a millionth of meter, micrometer, or maybe as large as a few centimeters. The smallest cell is 0.5 to 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer in bacteria, and the largest cell measuring 170 mm to 130 mm is the egg of an ostrich. Now, plasma membrane and its functions. What is cell made up of? While studying the cell under a microscope, we find the three common features almost in every cell: plasma membrane, nucleus, cytoplasm, which are responsible for the activity inside the cell and interaction of the cell with its environment. Plasma membrane. This is the outermost covering of the cell that separates the content of the cell from its external environment. The plasma membrane allow or permit the entry and exit of some material in and out of the cell. It also prevents movement of some other materials. The cell membrane therefore is called a selectively permeable membrane because it allows only selected particles to come or outside. Now, function of plasma membrane. Unicellular freshwater organisms and most plant cells tend to gain water through osmosis. Absorption of water by plants' root is also an example of osmosis. Thus, diffusion is important in exchange of gases and water in the life of a cell, as this is shown in diagram. Now, cell wall and its function. Cell wall. Plant cells have another ridged outer covering called the cell wall that lie outside the plasma membrane. The plant cell is mainly composed of cellulose. Cellulose is a complex substance and provides structural strength to the plant. Now, function of cell wall. Cell wall provide the rigidity and strength to the cell and also permit the cell of plant, fungi, bacteria to withstand very dilute external media without bursting the building up pressure against it. So students, this is enough for today. As you all ready your chapter up to cell wall, and I will continue this chapter in my next video. Thank you. Have a good day.